Hey guys, welcome to Soul Stitchery. I'm putting together a sample for the shop today, and I have a bunch of these squares and a bunch of these rectangles, and this is just a little sample I made for this demo. And I have to make it look like this. So you know what we typically do is we grab all of our squares and we grab my tool here, we draw a diagonal line from the top corner to the bottom corner. We lay it on the end of the rectangle. We sew on the line, come back to the cutting board, cut the corner off, go to the ironing board, press it open. Well, my friend Cheryl Evanenko, hi Hucky, she gave me a great idea with one of the tools that we carry in the shop called the Creative Grids Ruler Folded Corner Clipper. Now, this tool I usually use for binding. And as you know, the way we normally do binding is we'll lay our strips out, and I'm just going to use these rectangles because they are actually 2.5 inch wide, and we lay our strips right sides together. You draw your line and you pin and you sew, come back, cut the corner off, and then press, right? And then we have our beautiful binding. Well, the folded corner clipper saves you a step because you lay these both right sides up. You lay your ruler on the measurement of the width of the strip. So if this strip was 3 inches wide, I would line it up there. If it was 4 inches wide, I'd line it up there, and so on. So in this case, the strips are 2.5 inches wide. Let's say I'm making a binding. And what I'll do is I will cut this triangle off so that when I turn this upside down, the two triangles will line up perfectly. And I'll show you what I mean with the sample that I'm making here. So in this case, we do the same thing. We would have to take this square, draw that diagonal line, and so forth. But I have to make about, I don't know, 100 of these. And I don't really feel like drawing 100 lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my rectangle at the bottom. I'm going to lay my square on top of it, right sides facing, right sides together, okay? And then this is a 2.5 inch square, so I'm going to line this up this way. And then I'm just going to cut this corner off. Boop. Well, I'm going to cut the corner off. Now we are ready. Okay. So now I'll go over to the sewing machine and I'm going to sew from here to here. I'm going to leave them just the way they are. And when I'm done, they're going to look like this, right? It's going to look just like that. See how the edges match up so nicely? I press it open and you have a perfect rectangle with a little triangle at the end. I'm not really sure what these shapes are called. If anybody knows, I'd love to know. Just put it in the comments. But so this is your folded corner clipper by Creative Grid Rulers, and it's very handy for binding. And Cheryl just taught us that it's very handy for these kind of pieces as well. So if you're making a quilt that's got a lot of rectangles where you've got to like draw lines and so forth, this is very handy. I bet that we could make flying geese with it too, but that's just me. So hope that helps. Hope you guys are having a great day sewing today, and I will see you soon.